Real quick before we get into a game, I definitely want to talk to you about, brother.
That was the next game on the slate.
The next game on the slate, yes, sir. Patreon members: Nick Chavez, Christopher Velasquez, Derek Platees, Devin Rondon, Mike Wozniak, Jordan Riley, Steven Briggs. My man, Buffalo's Find It. Letting you have it on the Discord. Him and J-Dub.
That's all right.
Letting you have it.
It happens.
Shout out to you guys. Patreon.com/veterans minimum. Get in there. We're cranking out the Patreon content. We're cranking out the Discord access. $5 a month. A pledge. You get access to the Discord community. There's a betting bars channel in there. Starting to dedicate some more time on a daily. Also, going to try and get Impy in there. Impy doesn't have Discord on his phone. He's going to get it soon because some people have been reaching out to you. Mostly to troll you because of this one.
I mean, it's fine. Yo, with all due respect, like,
You're prepared for the smoke.
There's no smoke to be had. Did they lose the game? Yeah, but I mean, I was correct on the Patriots at least for the regular season, and I'm fine with that.
Right. Yeah, you were very high on them, so we'll give you a.
And they made the playoff. Like, you know, they finished ahead of the Dolphins. Like, I was right. Like, okay, they lost to a really good Bills team, who, by the way, like, I'm not gonna sit here and do this after what they just did to the Patriots, but. They've only beat 3 playoff teams this year. They beat the Patriots twice, and they beat the Chiefs. Those were the only playoff teams they beat in the regular season. So excuse me for being a little hesitant. And excuse me for being a little bit worried about Josh Allen. What was it, the toe or the foot?
Bro, one fucking Viagra, son. Rock cocked and ready to unload.
I'm just saying, I really don't. I'm not taking that one to heart, really.
Right. Well, yeah, I just came on here. I was like, I'm going to troll him a little bit here because I don't think your boy Mac is it.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. He's a rookie. Playing in an extremely hostile environment. You know, like, I don't.
Here's the thing, right? I talked about this with Allen. Buffalo, when they played them on the Monday Night Football game, and Mac Jones threw the ball 5 times, right? That defense was pissed off after. Remember, Pryor and Hyde are like, yo, why are you asking us that shit, man? Basically, is what they were saying, right? They go to play Tampa Bay. They lose to Tampa Bay in overtime. But Tom Brady in that game made 4 or 5 throws that if you were to chart his top 8 throws, like a MySpace top 8, the throws Brady made this year, half of them came in that game. He threw that crazy dime to Mike Evans, like in the back of the end zone where Evans like contorted his whole body around. They just lost to the GOAT, who had half his insane throws in that game, right? Ever since then, 4-0 straight up, 4-0 against the spread, dominating teams. Pats are coming into this game 1-3.
The only game they really looked great in was the Jaguars, where they beat them by 40, though.
Right, and then you could look, Jaguars stunned the Bills as a plus 700 underdog way back in the day, too. But that's also what we've been saying all year. Like, all these teams have really ugly losses. But it was a pissed-off Bills team. They were rubbing it up, rubbing it in. 21-25, 308, and 5 touchdowns. Yo, when he's on, how many quarterbacks do you think are better than him?
None. He does it all.
Like, if you were to say, if I was to say to you, for the rest of the playoffs, every single quarterback is going to have their A-plus game. Like, they're going to have their absolute highest ceiling. We're talking about Mahomes, Rodgers, Brady, Tannehill, Joe Burrow. We don't know what's happening Monday night. We're recording it Monday afternoon, so we don't know what happens with Stafford and Murray. But let's just throw those guys in the mix, too. Let's say Stafford and Murray, Jimmy G. Like, how many guys can have a better game than Josh Allen?
None, because of what Josh Allen could do with his legs. Is that the answer?
I feel like that's the answer.
I mean,
because from a passing perspective, like, Brady could light it up, Rodgers could light it up, and Rodgers does maneuver a little bit. He can extend the play and pick up a first down. He's not afraid to run.
Rodgers just doesn't look bad that often.
Right. But it always looks like he has his A-plus game. Yeah, but I think Josh Allen, because when they do the design runs, because he's bigger too. Like, I really wanted to say Murray at first.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say Stafford because when Stafford looks great, the Rams are hard to beat, and he looks amazing. But when Stafford looks bad,
I wanted to say, I agree with you. I wanted to say Murray because I feel like when Murray runs around and shit, like, it's wild because he's such a really good passer. But he don't really bulldoze anyone like Josh Allen does. Like, 3rd and 8, and there's 2 guys there. Like, Murray might get knocked out the game.
Yeah.
So I feel like Josh Allen, if I know for a fact I'm getting the A+, no No bullshit fucking Falcons game where he's rolling to his right, throwing it like the absolute apex. I think he would be number one, bro.
And is the story of the game, though, not the Patriots' defense? Because the Bills played perfect on offense. They scored on every drive. Touchdowns. Yeah. No field goals.
No punts.
No punts in the freezing cold. Like, everything suggested low-scoring game, right? And they go out there and they do that. That to me, that was the biggest kind of surprise was how just, I don't want to say unprepared the Patriots looked, but I guess that's the answer. Just like, how did you let that happen? Because
this also isn't a uncommon opponent, right? Like, this team
is
really
the
well.
third time you've seen them.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy to me. And you're right, I guess, from the perspective and the narrative, oh, it's Belichick, he'll be prepared, and, they'll keep it close and everything you could possibly imagine. I didn't see that coming, a 30-point loss. Did I think the Bills were going to win? Yeah, like I did. But I thought it was going to be a closer game than that.
Yeah.
And I think it just has a lot to do with the Patriots not showing up on defense. And Barmore was hurt. Collins was right. They were not missing some guys, but if they played, they were hurt. And it's tough in Buffalo too.
Yeah. I saw a thing on TickPick. Shout out to TickPick. They had a graphic. It cost like $90 to get into Buffalo Stadium at like the 50-yard line because it was so cold. It's like those tickets would normally cost like $500-$600.
Yeah,
it's like $90 because no one wants to go to that shit. You saw Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, shirt off.
Yo, bro, I was in Buffalo when he played there.
They love Fitzmagic
up there, bro. Yeah. And he does too because they gave him like $20 million.
Was he was a little bridge guy for them for a couple years, right?
So the knock was like he started off like 5-1 one year or like 6-2, something like that, and then they gave him that extension guarantee, and then that's when like shit kind of fell apart, and then he ends up becoming the
quarterback for everyone in that division.
Yeah, pretty much,
except for the Pats.
Yeah, because they were good at quarterback.
Yeah.
But yo, I thought Buffalo -4 was a pick that I gave out on the Patreon. I tweeted about it too. I thought it would be more of a 28-14 Patriots garbage time like they did to Bourne. But I didn't see this.
You can't win the game. Like I would love to like do some research on, the similar situation of a team not getting stopped the entire game. What are the odds that team loses?
Yeah, probably slim.
So, I mean, yeah, but kudos to the Bills, man. I definitely think they showed something. Mm-hmm. And we'll see what happens in the next round.